The wizard is cornered, but he's not done fighting yet. He flings a lance of blue energy from his wand at you.
No way! I'm going to use my shield to deflect it.
All right, that sounds like a defy danger roll to me. Roll plus con to endure the attack.
Well, that's a 4.
Oof. Well, the good news is that you get an XP. The bad news is that you're frozen in place, and now he's walking closer to you.
Can I tell what's about to happen?
Of course. Roll a discern realities check.
Okay, I rolled an 8. So, what's about to happen?
Well, it looks like the wizard has put his wand away. He's leaned over and he's whispering in the cleric's ear. You realize now he's about to tell him about that D&D podcast. Hello, everyone. Thank you for downloading this latest episode of That D&D Podcast. When we last left off with our latest session, the trial finished. A decision was made. A verdict was delivered. A sentence was carried out. And also there's some shit happening with the Saint Sister. That's got some question marks around it, but it's probably fine. I mean, everything in town's fine. Don't worry about it. So since everything's fine, let's just go around the table and introduce ourselves. My name's DM Chris. I won't be playing anything since everything's fine. It'll just be really everybody hanging around a little table at the tavern, having some hors d'oeuvres, maybe some egg rolls or something. They're tiny though, so they're hors d'oeuvres. And, just hanging out, watching the tide roll away.
Hey, I'm David. I'll be playing Zarko, the wizard. And aren't tiny egg rolls spring rolls, or is that?
No, spring rolls aren't fried.
Different wrapping and usually different insides.
Right.
Depends on the season where you eat them.
Raw rice paper instead of fire and ice,
and songs of fire and ice.
A wind blows through it. Winds don't have beginnings or end, but it was a beginning.
I'm Andrew. I will be reprising my role of Voltus, the exasperated paladin. Although he has fewer people's hands to cut off now.
You were in Bill's will. You get the other hand, too.
Sick, bro.
Also, I'm Bobby, playing the role of Thomas. You might know all this already if you listen to the intro. I am playing a human for the first time in my tabletop history, which is very limited. I am a arcane duelist.
In real life, Bobby is a half-orc.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up, Mike.
I say it out of love. Hi,
Shut up, Mike.
Hi, I'm Make J. Log. I'm Mike Jorson Berard.
And I'm the friggin' half-orc.
I'm Make J. Darson.
I'm eating cheese curds and cake at the moment, and drinking beer. And really, it's a lovely combination of salt and loveliness. I can be found on the internet making stupid sounds during intros for podcasts.
Yep.
I play Rook in this game. You may also know me as the game master for other games, not this one. I hope you're watching Game of Thrones and listen to our 5th edition game from a while ago. And keep listening because I'm sure to be making stupid sounds later on in the episode.
I'm Renee, and I'm playing Sam. And my trusty dog Max should be with me today, maybe, hopefully. We'll see.
Hi, my name's Adam. I'll be playing Orc the Thief today, and he finally put 2 and 2 together and finally realized that his parents actually are still alive.
Now,
For
I
now.
have curiosity, and this is simply me as a player having no idea what's going on. Is that who you're playing?
Well, I guess you'll find out. But...
Dun, dun, dun. Dramatic turn.
Yep.
He's playing Auric, and he's also playing some other non-totally unrelated character, Rico.
Noric?
Foric, come on. It's French.
Oricary?
Gregory might be our best recurring joke.
Anything to get you guys off that fucking Sparta kick.
We hadn't brought up Fairsoon's cold-blooded murder in a really long time.
Oh,
wow.
God, thanks, David. I completely forgot about
Yeah,
that.
seriously.
I seriously have forgotten about how you murdered those two people.
Yeah. No, see, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I actually hate myself. That's why I brought it up.
We all
Apparently, it's a pun.
Was that the last thing you whispered into the person's ear before you kicked them over? I hate myself.
I hope this turns into a running gag, Boot.
He leans in real close and he goes, "Don't worry, you'll always land on your feet." It's a play on words.
Whoa! Wow. No, Fairsoon's not that clever.
Yeah, you know why? It's because he's tied weights to your feet.
I completely forgot what was going on.
It's fine, roll with
We're
it.
playing a game.
Did we all do our introductions? That's what you're asking.
As you can tell, this is going to be one for the record books, folks.
I mean, we record this, so they kind of are all for the record books.
I think Craigery has to pop up a few more times before he beats Whale Vagina. I'm just saying.
That's cool. If Gregory chops up, we'll just, in the face with the dagger.
Yep. That's the official noise daggers make.
So where we ended the last episode specifically, spoilers ahead, was with Bill getting, he became decaf Bill.
Bit of a haircut.
Wait, what happened? No.
A little extra off the top.
I was like, what the fuck did you guys do? So yes, it is still early in the morning. I think we just actually rolled over into the month of Ice Moot, which is December here. It is a little bit below freezing. You got a little cloud cover.
Balls ass code.
Pretty cold. So I think Rook was out at the execution. I don't remember what everybody else was doing.
Voltus was also there.
Yes.
Laughing his ass off.
No, making sure that Bill actually gets a proper burial. And then laughing his ass off, no.
Good. Bill would have wanted it that way.
And I think Sam and I were heading back to my hideout too, so we could look at the weird cape monster.
Oh, yeah. You had stunned that and... Or not stunned, use your needle on it and put it in a treasure chest or footlocker or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we go to that first then?
On the way back, I wanted to stop at probably an alchemist friend of mine first and pick up a couple quick reagents. I don't know, are
Sure.
there reagents if they're not for spells?
A dealer.
There's-
Components?
There's an herbalist in town that
Yeah.
is usually pretty well stocked. If there's a situation where they don't have what you need, given a little bit of time and a little bit of extra money, they can get it for you.
It's fairly common, probably a fairly common herb, but it's just the... I'm trying to look it up. I can't find the equipment section of the Dungeon World guide.
Is it the golden root stuff, or what are you talking about?
Yeah. I was gonna... Oh, there's 323. Poisons, golden root.
Yeah, there's oil of Tajit, bloodweed, golden root, and serpent's tears.
Okay, so I do know how to make the golden root poison, so I probably wouldn't need to buy. I wouldn't need to go to someone who's already made up poisons. So I probably would just get a couple components for that, so I could throw it together when I get back to my place.
Yeah, like you could make the poisons, you'd still need to buy the materials. So I'd say, here it says it costs, like if it's 12 coins for bloodweed, that's the finished poison. So if you wanted to buy the materials, it would be like 6 coins, let's say.
Okay, so I'll spend the 10 coins for the golden root components.
Okay.
And then so we can head back, and I can show Sam where I have this thing caged up.
Sure. Before we do that, what's the name of this alchemist you go to, or the herbalist?
It's gonna be Harold's Herbs.
I like the idea of it being named Harold's Herbs, and then the person behind the counter is named like Francis or something stupid.
Yeah,
I'm the owner.
it just sounded better. My name's Jeff.
All right, so you guys head over to... Sorry, I'm tangled up in cords here. You guys head over to Oryx lodging. Sam, are you bringing Max with you?
Yes. I'd like to go back to the vets and, pay for his treatment and everything, and then I'll take Max with me.
He's a little bit mobile now, so... let's see.
And the vet slowly wheels out your wolf on a wheelchair.
Laurel, I think. Yeah. She says, well, how... Jeez. Normally this would be expensive, but I mean, you've come here so often. How about you pay for the materials I've used, and then a gold a night or a coin a night for for lodgings, let's say, and we'll call it good.
Oh, yeah, that sounds perfectly reasonable.
Okay, so I think all told it comes to about 30 coin. Is that? Can you do that?
Yep, that's no problem.
Okay. I was gonna say I know where you live. So that sounds more threatening when I don't finish the sentence. I know where you live, and I know you as a person, so we could set up a payment plan if not. But good, 30 coin then, please. I'm gonna go now. Have a great day.
She leaves her own store.
Yeah. Never to return.
She gives you a small. It almost looks like one of those pastry piping bags, but it's made out of some sort of thin, fleshy material, probably like the stomach for from a goat or something. She goes, "That's some ointment for Max if he needs it."
Great. Thanks again for everything.
And she's kind of blushing and embarrassed and says, "Have a good day. Let's pretend I didn't say any of the things right before that."
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Great. Okay. We have conducted our business. Have a great day. I'm going to go catalog things, and then she walks into the back area of the animal apothecary.
Okay. Now that I have Max, I'm ready to head out to Oryx.
So now with Max in tow, you guys get to Oryx's house, and I will let you all direct the scene from there. Since Oryx, it is your fucking house.
Okay, so yeah, I'll escort. I think I had some sort of like small training area set up for like target practice and whatnot. So I'll take Sam, and there's probably a locked foot chest or foot locker in the back. Yeah, it's the cloak monster. It's I locked it up in there. It's was getting pretty aggressive. I don't know what it was doing in my bag, dormant for so long. It didn't seem like it was moving at all the entire time we were in the undertrails and back. But for some reason, when I tried to put it on, it tried to kill me. I don't know if you want to take a look at it, but I just be careful not to let it get anywhere near your neck.
Try it on. It's totally your color.
I'm gonna start mixing together the golden root poison as well.
Now, don't mind me. I'm just gonna get high.
I want a friendly cave monster.
Okay. Well, do I know anything about weird cloak monsters? It doesn't sound like an actual thing that people would know about.
You've had some, weird monster knowledge from your previous adventures or whatever. You're woodsy. Cloaks fall from trees, whatever, it's cool.
Right, fair enough. Okay, I want to consult my past experiences to see what I know about weird cloak monsters. So to do that, I'd roll spout lore on the monster, right?
Yeah, so roll plus intelligence.
Nice roll.
Yes, you got a 10.
It's not a 9.
Hey, getting a 9's not that bad in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So from looking at it, you could tell it is one of several different. So it is a cloaker. They come in different
Shapes and
subspecies, breeds. There's different breeds. I was trying to think of the word. It's one of the breeds of cloaker. Basically, it disguises itself to look like clothing for whatever reason. And then what happens is when you put the clothing on, it chokes the life out of you or kills you in whatever way is fitting of that article of clothing. There are some that actually are pants, and right around the waist they are rimmed with teeth that begin to sort of spin around the mouth.
Glad I didn't find pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's pants, boots, torso armor, whatever you call that.
A
and
breastplate.
cloaks. All of them are relatively rare.
As long
there's
as
a-
they don't come in cod pieces, I think we're okay.
There's a helm cloaker, which is the rarest of them all, and the cloaker is the most common.
So, asking Sam, so can these things change color now? Or can they continuously change colors or styles? Or is that just like they take a form when they're
Can you
first?
stay up to date on the latest fashion trends?
No, thankfully. As far as I've learned, once the cloaker takes a shape, it keeps that shape until it dies.
I just wonder if we could harness this as like a cloak of the chameleon kind of deal or something, but
Oh, hey, what do I know about taming these things? Is that something you can do? Have an attack cloak?
It is. I mean, it is an animal, so it would be possible, but very hazardous to try.
Okay, I tell Oric that it would be a risky proposition to try and tame this thing.
I made a gray renderer friendly. I think I could make a cloaker friendly. Is it just really passive right now, Chris, or is it moving still?
It's now that you know what it is. It seems to be moving a little bit more.
Mm.
I mean, it's not fast by any means. It's sort of a glacial sloth-like pace.
Hey, well, once I have this poison made up, I'm gonna give it a shot to try injecting it with the golden root.
All right. So let's say you take, I don't remember how long it takes, let's say like an hour to finagle yourself some poison, some golden root poison, and you get 3 out of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get 3, and what we'll do before you guys start experimenting is we'll see what other people are doing. Zarko, what are you up to?
Zarko feels a little out of sorts, honestly, because we lost one member of the party permanently,
Mm-hmm.
and none of the members of the party that he really likes are around for some reason.
Wow.
You're the one that abandoned us. You disappeared.
Rook and Voltus are there.
Yeah. What the hell, man?
I stand by my statement.
Did you go to the execution?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'll say, what are the 3 of you doing? Since you're all there?
Zarko feels an obligation.
Well, you snuck back in invisible like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He feels that he owes Bill at least that he should be there at the end. He didn't know him all that well, but Zarko's not the biggest fan of the town's gods.
I got you. Also, nobody should die alone.
Mm-hmm. That is also a very strongly held belief of Zarko.
And if they do, you could always bring them back, ask them a couple questions, and then they'll re-die with you.
Yeah, exactly. Really, it's the only moral choice.
So the executioner and the other 2 guards who are there, they are a little bit more at ease now that their job's been carried out, I guess you could say. They come over to the 3 of you, if you're close enough together to all be in the conversation, and they start asking, what do you want to do with the body?
Well, if you give me a few hours, I can bring it back to life, but that seems a little poor taste.
Are you being serious?
I thought my mute was.
Nice. Nailed it.
Thought my muke was mited.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit here and drink some more beer.
Voltus will just put a hand on Rook's shoulder and say, all of us deal with our grief and loss differently, but we should make sure that Bill, having served justice in his own way eventually, is given a proper final resting place.
One of them looks at you and he says, well, the gods were the ones who demanded his execution, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to have him placed in any of the temple tombs, but there are a few graveyards outside of town.
I mean,
No.
Flash or Fuzz would have him.
You guys being followers of the church, you know that, but the guard...
Foz would have him.
Fuzz has him. Fuzz has the bits that matter at this point.
Yeah, well, Rook will put him into the cart. The Foz cart. And,
we found the mule in the cart.
That's right. So we'll load Bill into the cart and take him back to the Temple of Foz, where he'll be interred with all the other souls that have fallen.
Sure.
She just got a giant pit in the bottom. Fuzz isn't much for ceremony.
It's like one of those ossuaries.
Yeah.
Isn't that a bird? No, that's a cassowary.
Yes.
Never mind. Sorry.
Okay.
Zarko, are you going to go with them?
No. Zarko's been watching, being invisible and everything, but he he trusts that they're going to at least do right by Bill and bury him properly, you know.
Yeah.
Which he's sort of like mentally in his head he's like, well, at least you're not, a complete ass, Voltus.
Thanks. Wait, who
You
said
know.
that?
Voltus's pants fall down. Oh, I know.
Well, no, he's sort of like, like he does eventually show some, respect and whatnot.
After the duty is done.
Yeah, Zarko's just gonna go hang out at the usual tavern and
Okay. Are you going to the nicer one or the shady, cheap one?
Pour one out for Bill.
I don't remember which one are Sam and Oric usually at.
Go to the one that Bill used to go to all the time, so Renee has to do that accent again.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, I'll go to the shittier one
Yep.
in memory of Bill.
Okay. I'm trying to remember which one that was.
That was the one down by the docks.
Oh,
That
the-
Yeah, it
wasn't
was like
the
the
Fisherman's Inn?
The filthy
festival
wand.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the Filthy Wand. Because the Fisherman one is not the one where all the fishermen go.
Right.
That'd be too easy.
Well, it's like you don't wear a band's T-shirt to a concert. You're not gonna.
Exactly.
I just got off a goddamn boat. I'm not going to the Fisherman's Inn.
Yeah.
So yes, Zarko, you head on over to the Filthy Wand, and you walk through the door, and you see that familiar face from the trial. And I'll let you guys handle this part. Man, Zarko, the service in here is shitty.
Generally, you have to order or sit down somewhere to begin getting service.
Zarko will take a seat wherever, I guess. Hey, I guess there's a good question. It's like, how busy is it? Is it any busier than usual?
It's
or?
relatively early in the morning.
Mhm.
Still, say probably like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's cold as shit. So a lot of people are sleeping in as much as possible, or still sleeping
Dead.
on the boat, or they've headed out early. So usually the super early hours of the morning are pretty dead. So let's say there's a guy passed out on the bar. There are 2 guys in a far corner, or 2 people singing sea shanties to each other really loudly. And there's one person who is eating soup.
He's drinking a sausage.
Let's blood sausage.
That was a whole different town.
There's no elves in loincloths here.
Haven't we started trade between those villages, though? It totally could now be the hip new dish.
They had to tunnel through the undertrail, so it might be another
it's going to be a while
week or
before,
so.
Oh, okay.
cuisine exchange happens.
Good morning, love. What can I do for you this morning?
Zarko's going to order a big breakfast and a big.
Sure. I'll have that right out for you. Just sit tight.
So you could get a Guinness and do both in one cup.
Well, I don't know what we call like their traditional sort of,
I think it's called a big breakfast with hotcakes.
But it's probably like some eggs and bacon and hotcakes.
For today's
Whatever.
big breakfast, you're having leftovers from yesterday's big breakfast.
It's
I would like your finest mac griddle, please.
It's probably hash. It's probably whatever it was they had for dinner, chopped up and refried.
Yep.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's yesterday food
I
casserole.
made that for dinner tonight, just like a whole bunch of veggies and then crack some eggs over the top. It was so good.
But anyway, that's what Zarko's doing. He's ordering a big meal and he's also ordering a big beer to go with it.
Okay. Are you going to talk to the barmaid about the trial, or?
Not unless she brings it up.
Where's that Bill guy? Anybody here at his trial? I kind of want to know what's going on with that.
Well, here we are. One breakfast supreme hash scramble and an ale. Enjoy your beer breakfast. It's a favourite around here.
His beer fist.
I don't remember your face, sorry. You come here often?
Oh yeah, I've been in here before.
Ah, well, you look like you've got a lot on your mind. Anything I can help you with? Anything you need to talk about? Some people come to these places to air their troubles, you know.
Not really.
Okay, well, if you change your mind, I'm here to listen. Just let me know.
Just keep the beer coming.
Of course, love. I can do that for you.
Zarko's just going to sort of nod in acknowledgement, but in the sort of way where it's sort of like, I don't really want to continue this conversation. I just want to eat and drink.
And get drunk at 9 a.m.
As good a time as any.
Eat your breakfast. All right. So I guess we'll stop this scene here with Zarko refueling. So I guess let's go back to Sam and Oric.
Okay.
So your poisons are finished being did.
Done did. Okay. So then I guess I'll gather up the cloaker and try to inject it like I used the sleep poison earlier on it.
Okay.
Just stab it.
Anywhere in particular you're stabbing, or just guess and pick a place?
Somewhere near the collar,
Okay.
probably.
All right, so you stab it. Nothing really happens at first. It just sort of sits there, and then it seems to kind of go slack. And yeah, after that, it's just kind of chilling. It doesn't have any eyes or
Okay.
anything, so it's not like looking at you. But
Right. Okay, I guess I just let Sam know to be ready to help out in a second here, and I'll try to put it on.
you put it on. You clasp it. And how confident are you that this is gonna work? Like, are you doing the overdramatic gulp thing as a bead of sweat slowly runs down your forehead, or?
My poisons haven't failed me yet, so
Okay.
I'm pretty confident that it's going to work.
Did they even work in aerosol form?
Take a deep breath in case it tries to choke you.
Are there any bees around?
Could you train the bees to use this poison?
Could you train the bees to drop the cloaker on someone? Man, that'd be a really fun druid. So you put it on, nothing happens. It's just, to all outward appearances, you now have a pretty cool looking cloak. It's like dark bluish. It's not
Oh, yeah.
super fancy, but it looks well made.
I have no idea how I'm going to use this, but it's awesome now that I have a random living cloak.
Really, all you have to do is hope for somebody to try and rob you and be like, please take the coat. It's the most valuable thing I have.
It's the most unique piece in my collection.
No, you
And
say,
then you're not
please
even lying.
don't take the coat. It's the most valuable thing I have.
Please don't take this cloak. It'll kill you. Wait. Shit. All right. So, yeah, you have a cloak now.
Okay. I had a couple other ideas, and we have I think it was 3 days before we're supposed to surrender, or was it 2 days now?
I think we're at 3 or 4. Let's see. Hold on. So they came 3 days early. Bill's trial was 4 days, so we're at number 4. So this is number 5. So we got 5 days.
Oh wow. Okay.
Training montage.
So I guess I wanted to find Rook. So I'm assuming he's probably at his temple. So I was gonna head that way after this was wrapped up.
Sure. Sam, are you going along too, or what's the plan for you?
So I think I'm going to go with Oric and find the rest of the group to catch up and figure out plans since the trial is over and figure out what we're going to do.
Let's say with a little bit of asking around, you're told that they were bringing the executed guy to one of the temples. Which one
And
was
I
it?
will look shocked because I didn't know he was going to be executed. No, or something. No, it's good.
Oh, dang. That dude owed me money. Y'all going to the Foz temple, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you look at the map of town, bing, 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 I'm going to circle them with red. These are the temples for the 5 gods. So, the very center of town is sort of arranged like a pentagon, and each side of the pentagon has a temple to a god in it, and also one of the Saint Sister's many houses. Since she's got a bunch, so people never know where she is.
Why does she have a bunch of houses?
She has 4, so they're always on the right side of the plaza to you.
I don't know, it's a weird thing. So you guys are directed to the Temple of Faz, or where you see Rook and Voltus with a cart carrying Bill's corpse. I'm gonna let you guys handle this part.
Rook is loading Bill into the bone extractor for the ossuary.
Crematorium.
Pretty sure we just inter corpses there. It's like that, in Skyrim, where all the Nord zombies get up and they're all like, "Rawr!"
Yep. Yeah, exactly like that.
Mhm.
Like one
Except
to
they're
one.
not. Except they don't get up.
Well,
Well, I wouldn't
since-
bother. Yeah, I wouldn't bother Rook until he's completed his rituals or whatever he does for dead things.
and Voltus is probably just standing in silent vigil as well.
Doing things with incense.
Yeah, actually, that's cooler. I like that more.
All right. Yeah. So basically, I think we washed Bill before, but we want to make sure that he's properly,
Yep.
Anointed or whatever, and then we inter him into the next slot. It's not like they're not decorated or particularly memorable. It's just that niche is its own. Everyone dies, everyone gets the proper respect and burial, and they all go before Faz for judgment / repatriation into the afterlife. So we finish it, and then we bring the cart back up and outside. I don't know if we bump into you Orc there, or if you're waiting outside for us.
Yeah, I'd probably still be outside. I don't know if I'm a regular in the temple here, so I'd probably just waiting by the front door.
Probably say a prayer like, Faz take you and watch over you, and, may your long rest be a peaceful one. May your final
Nice.
rest be peaceful.
So yeah, I wanted to ask, your order is of the Bloody Conquest, is it not?
Yes.
Does that mean your order has an army? I mean, how can we rally some troops from your temple to help defend the town?
It's more like a mandate as opposed to it's not like we have a standing army. The goal is that the rallying cry can be put forth, and those who worship Faz can come forward and attempt to lend aid in times of crisis. There are relatively few of us who are dedicated to the cause of just warfare. It's mostly a pushing forward, nation building thing. It's also death and destruction. Not death and destruction. Just death.
This certainly does seem a time of crisis is at hand almost. Well, 5 days away.
No, it's worse than you think.
However bad you think it is, it's worse.
I think we need to seek aid wherever we can in the first conquest, and having are you considered Templars?
Sure.
Having any one of the holy orders bolstering the ranks of the town guards would seem to be a great boon, and you too, Valdez. I don't know if your order is of similar martial, although you seem to be.
We train, we have a few nights, but not like our days of glory.
Perhaps those knights could serve as, I don't know, usually I imagine religious people who dedicate themselves to martial training in a religious order tend to be of a higher caliber than your general vanilla town guard.
You're not wrong.
Maybe able to serve as leaders in the upcoming battle.
I like that plan. We should look into that.
Yeah, but we need soldiers, and that's something that's not been around here for a while. I mean, we did a good job taking the city, but the soldiering business has largely dried up, hence us being adventurers and not leaders in some sort of army.
Well, then perhaps the orders could be putting out. I mean, I don't know. I imagine, Chris, my feel of the town is the town largely like people tend to commonly serve one of the 5 orders, or they're people are generally religious in First Conquest these days.
Yeah, there's usually like a household religion, but the degree of devoutness to that religion varies pretty wildly. You have some people who only show up for the holy days. There's some people who just say they're that religion, but really don't practice it at all. And then there's some people who, they go to services like 8 times a week.
I'm just wondering if the temples started forming or encouraging militia and training for what time we have, perhaps we could bolster our ranks. I mean, not necessarily with skilled warriors, but at least enough to see that we're not completely overrun within the first few minutes of battle.
Yeah, that's a pretty good plan. What you can, I mean, if y'all wanted to, you can go to the other temples, and reach out to the leadership there and try to form some sort of plan.
You have like an interfaith Wednesday or something.
Yeah. Down at the rec center?
Yeah.
Yeah, usually the go-between for the churches is the Saint Sister, so you could bring up any concerns you have with her, or it's a bit unorthodox, but you could not necessarily go above her head, but sort of go around her and just head over to the temples yourselves. They're not too far away.
I would leave that to your discretion. I don't know much about that.
Well, we don't know that anything is wrong with the Saint Sister, right? In character, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, then if the normal procedure is something we all know about, I'd vote for that, I think.
So yeah, when we're done with Bill, Voltus will definitely go talk to her
Yeah, we'll go check out Soul Sister.
and say hey.
That Mr. and Mr. on the radio?
So you leave the temple for Foz. Almost next, I mean, it's pretty much next door. Is the
We just start knocking on houses until we find her. She can't be far.
right next door is the building, one of the Saint Sisters buildings. If you want to try that one.
Yep. We'll give it a knock.
Me.
I got a 7 to knock.
You take you do your damage, and you also take a d6.
Ah! Damn mimics.
The door shatters. Was your weapon blessed?
You draw unwanted attention.
It's the other neighbors that open their door, not the Soul Sister.
Exactly.
Somebody opens the door. It's not anybody you've met before, and she says, "Oh, hello. Can I help you?" Wait. I assume since you're here, you want to see the Saint Sister.
You're not wrong.
Please hold. I'll see if I can find her for you. So, Auric, are you at work today as the Saint Sister? Or I'm gonna call you Rico just for the sake of our ease.
I think it's still too soon, and he's taking care of other tasks right now.
Okay. Where are you right now?
I think he's approaching the facility that we were describing earlier, perhaps with a rug over his shoulder.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So
Stay true to the classics.
let's rewind this a little bit to make it not with the sun fully up, I guess. So it's maybe like 4 or 5 a.m. The Saint Sister is walking down the street.
Well, it's not necessarily the Saint Sister, actually.
True.
Could just be someone nondescript.
Okay. So who's walking down the street with the rug?
Auric.
Okay. And where are you heading?
This safe house I know.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the ones that was supposed to be used for the guard takeover, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems that's probably a pretty safe place to stash
Oh god,
somebody.
tell
some
me it's
backup.
one full of corpses.
You have a key, which is good since the doors are locked. You also remember something about don't use the back door.
Okay, I'll just unlock the front door then.
You head on in, and it's really dark. There's no torches lit or anything in here, of course, since, I mean, first off, it's a house, and there's nobody else in the house, which kind of sets off a few red flags, and also the coppery smell of blood is definitely present here to your enhanced nose, and you see some blood stains on the floor and some spattering on the walls and stuff.
That's not good, but I can't make it to another safe house before light starts being an issue. So I'm just gonna have to hole up here for now, or hole up my rug here for now.
Sure. Are you going to unroll the rug, or are you just going to leave it all bundled up somewhere?
No, I'll have to unroll the rug to make sure that my prisoner is still secure.
Saint Sister has a little bit of bruising. just from getting bumped around in the process of rolling her old body into a rug. Her mouth is still bound, and her hands are still tied behind her, along with her legs. This place has several bedrooms you could use. There's a bathroom, if that's more your imprisonment style. It's your call.
Definitely something with no windows or maybe only one door. So is there even plumbing, or is it just like a chamber pot in a room? What does a bathroom look like in this city?
We all poop in holes in the floor.
They're probably not that, like, they probably plumbed, because at one point I remember I made a joke as Voltus that people just shit in holes in the ground in this city. They're so backwards.
Yeah, so there's some very rudimentary plumbing. There's also like a few closets and pantries and stuff in here you might use.
I think just a closet and like off of a bedroom would probably be the best place to keep her locked up for now.
Sure. She's not blindfolded, so she looks at you. She sees your face, Oric. There's a lot of confusion there. She tries to say something to you, but it's, of course, muffled by the gag.
Using a TV movie logic, I'll just draw a dagger, wrap her on the temple with a pommel,
Okay.
knock her back out.
Pistol whip her with that dagger.
Yeah.
Stop dagger whipping old people.
And then just make sure she's like tied to something in there.
And at that point, you're going to take her form on again, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So, right as the sun is getting ready to rise on the sky, the Saint Sister walks out of a house in, somewhere near the western part of town, dusts herself off, closes the door behind her, locks it, and walks down the street. So, the rest of the party who is currently asking where the Saint Sister is, so I'm going to retcon that, and the lady looks a little bit worried. She goes, the Saint Sister didn't come in today. I remember one of the guards women, she came by and remarked that the Saint Sister looked unwell during the trial yesterday. Perhaps she is, how do you say, she's taken the bug.
What does that even mean?
Where'd you take it?
What?
She's feeling under the bridge, I think. I don't.
How often...
How alien is this person?
What is your name?
It's actually the vet.
I'm hoping for Craigorina, personally.
I got a 9 to detect alien unadjusted.
There's no detect alien spell. It doesn't count.
Discern realities.
Yes.
Hold on. First, I'm looking up names.
I just gave you one, Craigorina.
This is Mallory.
Mallardly?
Mallory?
Mallory.
From the Latin meaning bad. Got it.
Yep. I'm sure your metagaming won't ever get turned against us.
My name is Sinisteria.
So that's wisdom, so that's 2. So I got a, God damn it, where's this? 9, 11. Which is, you gotta tell me all the things.
All right. So, discern realities. I'm going to take that, but in the future, we're going to have to figure out what the roll is before you roll it. On a 10 plus, you can ask 3 questions from the list. What happened here recently? What is about to happen? What should I be on the lookout for? What here is useful or valuable to me? Who's really in control here? And what here is not what it appears to be?
So I'm suspicious by this person who's using idioms of which I've never heard. So what here is not what it appears to be. Are they some sort of implant from the are they a thing like from that movie? Do I need to like stab them with a hot needle?
You get the sneaking suspicion that this isn't the only place that the Saint Sister works out of, but aside from that, everything else seems on the up and up.
How often does the Saint Sister take ill? Because it seems like someone with that direct a line to the gods should have had, like, a solution for the common cold?
A flu shot?
Yeah.
Through suffering we are cleansed.
I worship the god of, or the goddess of bloody retribution and vengeance. No, what am I? The
Conquest?
conquest.
She worships 5 of them, and there's a very delicate interplay between the belief systems of all.
He got you there.
The god of the tides believe that there is a natural order to things. Getting sick and getting better is that natural order. You will train your body to become stronger. You mold your body into a weapon of justice, like the goddess of the forge would have you do.
I think the secretary just schooled you on the gods and stuff, Mike.
Vaccines cause wizards. We don't believe in those.
Rook just stares at him. And in a slightly annoyed...
Where's she at? I can take on this disease for her and become stronger my own self.
Oh, thank God.
She would not wish such a thing.
She
Okay,
doesn't have to.
so there's an emergency and we need to talk to the Soul Sister. Please take me to her.
We wish to speak with her so that we can rally a militia and hopefully defend this city. Save this city. Or else we will have failed this city.
You Ollie Queen now?
We don't want to fail this city.
We built this city.
That's true.
There's a rock that's about to roll over us.
Quite literally. I gave my leg for this city.
You know what happens when the lights go down in the city? And the sun shines on the bay, yay? Fuck, there's so many things with city in them. We gotta stop. Collaborate and listen. You still have 2 questions left, by the way. Did you want to use either of those?
What happened here recently?
Some assholes walked in.
Yeah,
So you guys started shaking down like a receptionist? It's really weird.
this lady came into work at sunrise as she normally does, and has been verbally accosted by people for no good reason. She's just doing her job.
And look, I just need some coffee, please.
I doubt that this lady really knows anything about what's going on.
Yeah, Rook continues taking the piss.
Okay, add 3 piss to your inventory and 2 weight.
That's heavy piss.
It has the tag messy.
A gallon of piss probably weighs quite a bit.
Probably about a little bit more than a gallon of water.
Okay, so you won't tell us where the Soul Sister is, but she's not here, and she's sick. So we'll just continue knocking on doors till we find her? Is that what you suggest we do? You are the least helpful receptionist I've ever met, and I work for essentially a bureaucracy.
We have been trained to not divulge the personal residence of the Saint Sister for security reasons.
Well, I've been trained to fight invaders and resist the impulses from outside forces, and there is a goddamn army on her doorstep, and you're fucking around with me. So either you can tell me the truth, or I'll just start pounding on doors until I find my answers.
At this point, Voltus is probably going to escort Rook from the premises. And, that was bad cop. And in rolls good cop.
Is he always like that?
He's had it's been a week.
Okay.
And I do apologize for his...
You were the ones who were allied with the Green Man.
I would not say allied.
Okay, you worked with him? Co-workers? Associates?
We associated, yes. And then I arrested him, and then I saw him executed as the law demands, and as my Lady Lash demanded. But back onto the more pressing concerns. The army at our doorstep. We would rather adhere to tradition as it demands the neutral third party essentially stepping in and calling a militia, but if we have to, we will abandon them to save the city. And we will go talk to the other temples to see what we can do, but we would rather do this right than quickly.
I understand. Honestly, the reason I can't tell you where to find her is I was never told where the Saint Sister resides, because whereas they tell us not to tell anyone, they figure we don't need to know either. Her personal attendant probably knows where, definitely knows where her house is. If she's not at home, if she's visiting an apothecary or something, I don't know. But if you'd like, I can draft you a quick missive to present to the other temples to show them that you have tried to go the normal route as far as going through the Saint Sister, but seeing as she's unavailable due to illness, you are not acting on her behalf, but working to...
We're not going over her head. We legitimately...
Yes.
If that's the best that can be done quickly, so be it. I'm not going to let good be the enemy of perfect, or vice versa.
She gets some paper out of a desk, gets a quill, writes down a quick note, finds a little wax stamp, stamps it on the bottom, and hands it to you. And she says, it won't grant you any, special
It's
powers in town, but it will at least get the message across.
It's enough, thank you, sister, for your service to the city.
May those above bring you luck, or the outcome that is destined? I don't know.
He's probably just gonna, leave the space cadet now.
May those above bring you the outcome that they see fit.
Alright, Rook. This is the best we got, but we can go knock on some temples at this point, and, well, maybe they won't throw us out immediately for being disrespectful jerks. Also, sorry for throwing you out for being a disrespectful jerk.
Oh, no, it's okay. I figure we got 3 or 4 more of these in me today.
Good. We will need them.
So,
And they do make me seem more personable, which is, quite frankly, miraculous.
Well, my bedside manner is only rabbled. Rook heal good. Rook fight okay. Rook talk bad.
Bill never left you.
he's inside your heart. And inside your head.
Mostly his brain, and it's fucking it up.
So do we want to split up? Could we actually have had 2 of these made up?
Sure. Let's say you can get another one. So there's 4 of you. First off, decide how you want to split up, if you want to split up, and then decide whether you want to visit, who you want to visit, rather.
Veltus has probably got more of an in with Traverse and their people.
Okay. That is the Goddess of the Forge. The blacksmith who you... Excuse me.
Whoops.
The blacksmith you visited the other night, he is usually on retainer from Traverse. He's got a symbol painted on his door, basically right under where you get the idea that he's a blacksmith. He's also got the raw ore painted on the door.
It'd be kind of cool if he was like their high priest or something, or at least some member of their clergy.
It is kind of cool. I like that. It's kind of too late to work that in backwardsly, but maybe if you bump into him again, we'll figure something out.
But yeah, probably going to the temple because
All right. So who's gonna be God Team A?
I'll go with Voltus.
Not it.
Zarko's still chugging away. Okay, so that's you two, and Rook and Sam are gonna go together. And Max.
Sure.
Temples are usually pretty okay with dogs coming in.
Well, he's a wolf, so
Wild dog.
Okay, so Team 2. Which god are you going to visit? Tides or Community?
I vote Tides.
I vote for Tides as well.
That D&D podcast is released under a Creative Commons 4.0 attribution, non-commercial, no derivative license. Feel free to share with friends, but don't cut anything out and don't sell our work. Dungeon World intro music is Back to the Woods by Jason Shaw. You can find Jason's music on the Free Music Archive, and our outro music is Dirt Roads by Kevin MacLeod. His music can also be found on the Free Music Archive. See the show notes for any music used in the individual episodes, and visit us at ThatDnDPodcast.com. Dungeon World is the property of Sage Latora and Adam Coble. All other copyrighted content is owned by their associated copyright holder.